Hey folks, Matthew with Tactical Comms. This is going to be an intro and what I hope to do on all of our videos to the next video. I want to share a little bit of my faith with you. And a lot of the questions I get center around, okay, if you're a Christian, do you have a lack of faith if you're preparedness minded? I think absolutely not. I believe that it is faith that allows us to be more prepared for a winter storm, a tornado, a hurricane, or a power outage, long-term events, wildfires, whatever it is. There's numerous references throughout the Bible about being preparedness minded. And if you get right down to it, the Old Testament is God's promise to send a Savior. In other words, He was preparing His people to receive His Son, the Savior, Jesus Christ. The New Testament is the fulfillment of that promise. And all of the things that led up to Jesus all point to Jesus. All of it prepared us to meet Jesus as a people. And I believe that preparedness is very much faith-based. So in the coming weeks, months, as we do videos, we're going to share a little bit of a story with you that we believe is not out of context. It's biblical. It's examples of how God used people to be prepared to meet His needs. I look forward to sharing more with you in the future. For now, enjoy the video. Hit that like and subscribe button and share a little bit of faith with others. Hey folks, Matthew with Tactical Comms. I want to do a quick video today on tips and tricks using generators. We were affected by Hurricane Helene and were without power for just over 6 days. Our generator performed flawlessly, and I want to share with you how that happened. It wasn't by chance, it's something we do, and it's a best practice when using gasoline-powered generators. Tip number 1, only use non-ethanol fuel, period. Don't use anything. Don't fool yourself into thinking any other non-ethanol fuel. There's plenty of gas stations around us that sell non-ethanol fuel. And the reason for that is ethanol is essentially alcohol. And it evaporates. When it evaporates, it causes condensation. That condensation is what gums up the carburetor. And we don't want to do that. Your generators don't run every day. So we only want to use non-ethanol fuel. Number 2, if you have to use non-ethanol fuel, and we did later on in the storm as we started running out of fuel, we had to buy non-ethanol fuel. We either used the fuel in our generator and just got rid of it, or we drained the fuel from the generators when the event was over, put it in our cars, and then replaced it with non-ethanol fuel. Number 3, run the generator at least once a month. The more generators don't like to sit. And when I say run it, crank it up, put an appliance on it, put something on it that pulls a decent load, and let it run for about 30 minutes. You want to do that to charge the battery if it's a battery start, and also just to keep everything going. Number 4, follow the manufacturer's recommendation on service intervals. Now, every manufacturer is different. We change the oil frequently. Once the event was over, I went to put the generator back up. Non-ethanol gas, fresh oil, we did everything like we're supposed to. If you'll use non-ethanol gas, if you'll keep the oil changed, keep it serviced, the generator will last you a long time. Now, some manufacturers recommend every 10 hours, some are every 50 hours on oil change, but follow your manufacturer's recommendations. Guys, don't throw the instruction manual away. We'll just put that out there. No judgment here, I get it. Don't throw the instruction manual away. Tips for using your generator. Number 1, don't use the generator indoors. Carbon monoxide will kill you. It is colorless, odorless, and tasteless, and it will kill you and everyone you love if you try using it in your home. Number 2, if you use it outside, your extension cord is just not long enough, make sure your exhaust is pointed away from windows and doors and air conditioning units, intakes. I think by code, a generator needs to be at least 10 feet away from the home, so put it 10 feet away from the home. 3, ground your generator. My generator's sitting here on the tailgate of our truck. I wouldn't run it here. The generator needs to be grounded. And you can see this little stud right here. For safety reasons, you want to make sure it's grounded. It's that way that if something malfunctions here and you touch the generator, you don't want to be the conductor between the electricity and the ground. Next, always make sure you use an extension cord size for the current you're going to load. You have to be careful with the amount of appliances that you can use or that you plan to use, and make sure the generator can pull it, but you also want to make sure that the extension cord you use is long enough and rated for that current. And the extension cord is going to tell you that. You can look online to find the current draw of your appliances. For example, at my mother-in-law's, she has 2 deep freezers and a refrigerator. We didn't plug all 3 up at the same time because the biggest current draw comes from startup of those compressors. Plugged one up, waited a minute or 2, plugged the second one up, waited a minute or 2, then the third one. And that helps the generator out. Finally, make sure you're using a generator rated for the capacity you intend to use. This is a 4,500 watt generator. It's not going to run my air conditioner. I'm not even going to try. It won't start it, it won't run it. We're only interested in running a handful of lights, running our refrigerator and our freezer, and some other essential appliances. I'm Matthew with Tactical Comms. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up, share it. We look forward to sharing more tips and tricks from Hurricane Helene with you. Thanks.